September Ngale here, the Reverend of the Revolution. Welcome to your Daily Revolution. Today's topic: stop spending your strength for that which cannot satisfy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. What a beautiful time of year to release this podcast, as it is about 5 days away from the time that we jump into 2019. So I had an incredible workout this morning and a lot of thoughts on my mind lately that I wanted to share on the podcast. You know, I'm on social media a lot. Instagram, Facebook. I'm not even as big as I'm nowhere close to as big as some of these quote influencers are, and these bloggers and there's some incredible people out there. And one thing I've noticed is if you're not careful, it is very easy to get caught in the trap of watching people who show their highlight reel, and you start to compare yourselves to them, and you think that that's the way happiness is. So you begin to spend all this time and energy and money, but more than the money, you really are spending your precious life energy, right? Your waking hours, your mind, your thoughts, everything you got, you start to spend it on trying to become like these people, right? These unfair and photoshopped and make pretend lives like life is perfect. When in reality, all you are doing is spending your money, your time, and your energy on something that will never, ever, ever satisfy. It's crazy. I've been caught in this trap at times. I was caught in this trap for some times, multiple times in my life, where I thought, well, the happiness is going to be found in that next thing. So you go buy the brand new car, the expensive things, you start to try to travel and live life like other people because you think that that's what will bring you happiness, but that's what the influencers show. I mean, influencers, most of them today, they're influencers because they portray a certain lifestyle, they communicate a certain message, and that message speaks to a part of our soul that wants something, wants a lifestyle, wants money, because we think and we create this belief that when I get those things, I'm going to make it. When I get that home, when I get that raise, when I get that money, when I travel to that place, that's going to be it. And I'm going to tell you right now, stop spending your money, stop spending your strength, and stop spending your precious energy on things that can never, ever, ever fulfill and satisfy. The promises of the world, and look, I'm not going to single out specific people here because so much of what I'm sharing with you requires context. If you want the new car and you've got a great reason for it, then my goodness, go get it. If you want that newer home or that newer thing or that vacation, that's great. If that truly is a benchmark, a goal, an outcome that would bring you some type of happiness, go get it. And keep in mind, once you get it, it's not even about having it. It's really about who you had to become in the process of obtaining it. As they say, right, that phrase that's said so often. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And when we're saying it's about the journey, it's about who you're becoming. So the biggest thing I'm seeing here, and that I wanted to share on the podcast today is, are you spending your time, energy, and money on things that cannot satisfy? Are you spending your precious energy on things that will fade away, that can bring no everlasting, no real eternal happiness? Are you just spending money on trying to impress people? I love, there's a quote, it's not my quote, I saw it, but it says something to the point of, stop spending money that you don't even have on things that you don't even need and trying to impress people you don't even care about, and they really don't care about you, right? It's the whole keeping up with the Joneses. Sorry if your last name is Jones, by the way, but it's keeping up with this facade. It's keeping up with this mental image that society, influencers, the people online, and people everywhere. Like, you've got to be willing to live your life. I follow a number of really amazing people and people who I know, like people who I know who they are. I've spent time with them. So when I follow them, it's because I know who they are, and they're real people with families, people who are married, people who are in relationships. See, I'm a married man. I got 3 boys. I love my wife. I love my sons. I love being a family man. And it does me no good to follow someone who preaches and teaches work 20 hours a day. It's not what I want. That doesn't give me what I want. It does me no good to follow people who are not married and who are not raising kids, because I raise kids. I raise boys. I parent. I do dishes. I help my boys clean cars. Like, I help my sons learn how to clean toilets and to work hard. And we went on almost a 4-mile hike/run yesterday with my sons just to get them out of the house, to get them working. So I'm sharing this with you because in your life today, wherever you are, wherever you're at in the journey of life, however old you are, stop spending your money, your time, and your energy on things that cannot satisfy. Now, what does this have to do with money? I'll tell you right now, like, money's important. Let's not even pretend it's not. I'm shooting this podcast on my cell phone, in my truck, in a neighborhood that is beautiful. It requires money. And it's an incredible lifestyle that we have. And I would say we are blessed right now. We're happy. We're blessed. We worked hard to be here. We love the people we live around. So money's important. But the real perspective I want you to consider is, are you spending time and energy on things that really don't matter to you? Are you becoming the type of person you really want to become? For Christmas, my wife got my sons. We got my sons these Dave Ramsey kits, and we've adjusted it for us. So there's like this piggy bank, not a piggy bank. That's the word I use. But it's like you got these 3 boxes, and anytime you get money, there's a share box, there's a save box, and there's a spend box, or like a little bank. And we're teaching our boys these principles of money and wealth. That the first person they pay is God, right? We tithe in my family. Like, we give 10% of our income to the Lord. We tithe to our church. So we're teaching our sons this. We teach them that if you want to have more money to spend, you've got to save more money, and we save to invest. We're teaching them all these things, and they're getting it, right? The biggest thing, the biggest box they got to have is their savings, because we save to, and they'll say we save to invest. And we ask them what it means to invest, and we share with them that when the joy of saving becomes greater than the joy of spending, you're going to become wealthy. I share this with you guys today because as I've been raising my kids and becoming the man who I want to become, what we call a 5-star husband, a 5-star daddy, right? And in order to be a 5-star husband and a 5-star daddy, you cannot be some broke dude. Like, I want to make this clear. We make money. Producers, like, men produce. Men provide. It is our job to show our children. It is our job to be there for our goddess, our wife. And instead of spending money, strength, and energy on stuff that has no value, impressing people we don't even give a damn about, trying to keep up with the Joneses and whoever's, and trying to, portray this person online that who we really aren't. Why don't instead you truly put your time, energy, and money into the things that matter the most? Now, that's going to be different for everyone. If you're a young dude right now and you just got married, you're going to work more. You're going to grind. Let's just call it what it is. You're going to pay a price early. I know there's this very successful patent attorney here in my area. Dude's I think he's in his early 50s. Very successful. I mean, when I say successful, this dude is financially well. And he's a very spiritual man. And he's incredible, just a husband, father. And we were having a conversation. He says, early in the day, and this is why I say this, because even early in my day, we pay a price. He says, when I first came out of law school and I got hired by this firm, he goes, I worked like a dog. I mean, it was for 5 to 6 years, I worked 80, 90 hours a week. There was no personal time. It was just paying the price. Working like a dog, you got to pay your dues. He says, now I get home about 5:30, and I've got people who are paying the price. I got my team and all my employees. And it was amazing just to hear, there's going to come a time where you pay the price. So, are you putting your time and energy into the things that matter most? And there's context required. If you're a young dude, pay that price now. If you've got kids, you never get these times back. My 6-year-old snuck into bed with us last night. I think it was probably cold in his room. And he usually sleeps with his older brother, but he wanted to sleep in the other room. And so he snuck in. And I heard him asking my wife, and it kind of woke me up, and he snuck in between us. And he was just, his face, he's just the cutest little kid, because he's still this little kid still. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be a daddy, to be a husband, to put my time and energy in the things that matter most. I'll say it, I give up a lot. I give up a lot of income. I do. I just do. Because there's this fine balance right now with a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 6-year-old of how I'm living my life, to be with them. I played video games with my son for 90 minutes yesterday, and he was whooping me. I was talking all this trash, and then I couldn't even beat him once. And then we went and shot hoops for about an hour last night. We went on this 2-hour hike, hour-and-a-half hike with the boys yesterday. I mean, we're just having a good time, and I'm being with my kids, and I'm raising them, and I'm being with my wife, and I've got my employees, my team, my clients. I'm shooting this podcast just to let y'all know, stop spending your precious energy and your money, your hard-earned money, on stuff that will not satisfy. Stop spending energy trying to keep up with other people. Stop all that nonsense. Put your time, your energy, and money into the things you really want, so that you are becoming who you really want to become. It's plain and simple, my friends. It is plain and simple. Because if you're not careful, you will end up at the docks of hell. And that hell, again, has a lot of meanings for a lot of people. But hell really is the place where you look at and you're like, this is not where I wanted to be. This is not how I imagined my life at the end. And this is not what I thought I was getting myself into. That is hell. And it doesn't have to be that way. So take a good look at your life right now in every area, your physicality, your spirituality, your relationships, and your business, your career, your job. And just ask yourself, am I truly putting the right energy, time, and money into the things that I really, truly want? Happy holidays, my friends. God bless y'all. Keep up the great work. I'm out. For more info on joining the revolution and living your greatest life of prosperity today, go to www.yourdailyrevolution.com and join us in waking up, turning your brain on, and prospering today.